Hello friends and neighbors, it's day 31 of my 31 Reviews in 31 Days project, and this is review number 26. Yeah, that's not gonna happen.
Filming for.
So when I said I was going to do 31 reviews in 31 days, I completely forgot about the fact that the end of that project would coincide with Tech Week for the musical that I was doing music for. So that was a bit stupid of me. At any rate, I will complete the 31 reviews. I do have 4 more reviews planned: a book review, a movie review, a theater review, and a books versus movies review, which counts as 2, so that will take me to 31. I just won't get it done by the deadline. However, I will make it up to you, and I will tell you how I plan to make it up to you at the end of this video. But what I thought I would do for this video is I would just give you a rundown of some of the books I'm reading and movies I'm watching and shows that I'm planning on reviewing. Just give you an overlook of what I'm planning on doing in the future after this project is over. So without further ado, let's toss it over to my book reviewing persona, Regular Matt. Thanks, Matt. My reading for pleasure has kind of fallen by the wayside since I've been so busy, but I have been getting back into it, and last night I did finish reading a novel. That novel is in fact the first Stephen King novel that I've ever finished reading, Misery, and I will be reviewing that probably within the next few days. Now, of course, the first reviewing series I ever did on this channel is my favorite books reviews, and I have not been doing so well with the favorite books. I've only done 1 so far this year, but that's because I've been trying to focus on reading new books rather than rereading old ones. And as I've already said, the next book on the favorites list is Fire Rose by Mercedes Lackey, which, as you can tell from the clear lack of bookmark, I have not even started yet. Sorry. As far as books that don't belong to the favorite series, I am finally, at the behest of my sister, reading Good Omens by Neil Gaiman and Terry Pratchett. Some of you asked if one of the graphic novels that I bought was The Sandman by Neil Gaiman. You are correct. I am reading the first volume of that, Preludes and Nocturnes. And finally, I am going to be reading and reviewing a nonfiction book. I don't review a lot of nonfiction on this channel because I don't really read a lot of nonfiction. But this one seems pretty interesting. It's called The History of the World in 6 Glasses. I believe the author's name is Tom Standridge, and I will be reading it just as soon as my girlfriend is done with it. That about does it for books, and now I'm going to toss it over to the Mad Hatter for movies. Hatter? Thanks, Matt. Well, let's first look at the 2 DVDs that I currently have ordered from Netflix. First we have Freedom Writers, which is next on the favorites list. Of course, I said in my top 10 favorite movies that it was at number 7. And I'll be reviewing that one in the next few days. And the other one I have is The King's Speech, which of course won the Oscar for Best Movie in 2010, and which I have yet to see. In addition, coming up next on my Netflix queue is Blade Runner, number 97 on American Film Institute's Top 100 Films. Also coming up is Memento, a Christopher Nolan movie that I have been told I need to see. And Run Lola Run, a short German film that is on my favorites list. In addition, viewers have requested that I go see both Super 8 and the most recent X-Men movie. And in preparation for the most recent X-Men movie, since my knowledge of X-Men is limited at best, my girlfriend has been preparing me by having me watch the other X-Men movies, and I have so far watched the first 3. And it's possible that some of these reviews of movies that recently came out will be collaboration reviews with Jesse again. I will let you know. Also, by the way, for those of you who are wondering if I'm going to do any of those collaboration reviews with other YouTube reviewers, the collaboration review is actually Jesse's idea, so if anybody's gonna do that, he is. And finally, I hope to soon be reviewing the first of 3 of what I am calling the Holy Trinity of favorite movies. These are 3 movies that I watched all the time as a kid that I I had them memorized. And they are 3 movies that I and also my sister and my cousin were all pretty much obsessed with, and for a while they were the only 3 movies that we would watch. The first of these movies being the DVD of the Broadway production of Into the Woods. And that does it for movie reviews, and that... Hello? Yeah, hi, Hatter, Scottish Reviewer here. A couple of quick questions. First of all, the viewers have not been paying the least bit of attention to anything that you've been saying because they've been distracted by those things coming out of your hat. So, what are those things coming out of your hat? What do you... Why are there antennae coming out of my hat? Oh, that's right, that's right. I loaned your hat out to a theater production of Alice in Wonderland. That was the Caterpillar's hat. You loaned my hat to a theater production? Yeah, I did. And your other question? Oh, yeah, second question. What the hell are you thinking doing Into the Woods? That's a theatrical production and my domain. Yes, but Into the Woods is also a movie, and therefore it falls into my domain. No, it is not a movie, and the reason you know it's not a movie is because it was actually filmed on stage, therefore it is a stage production. Well, too bad, Scotty. I called dibs, and you were never in Into the Woods, so I guess you're out of luck there. Now, why don't you talk about your little theater reviews? Hi folks, Scottish Reviewer here. So coming up next on Theater Reviews, we have a review of the first show that I was officially the musical director for, which is Gilligan's Island the Musical. Yes, you heard right, Gilligan's Island the Musical. Also, in light of some of my recent theater reviews, I have been requested to do 2 specific reviews. The first, just like I did an overview of plays and theater in general, someone would like me to do an overview of musicals for those not in the know about how musicals work and what they are and how they came to be. And the other is to give an overview of good theatrical productions for kids that are not Broadway Junior productions. It's possible I might have to collaborate a little bit with a certain family member who actually does this for a living, but yeah. And that does it for theater reviews, and now I'm going to toss it back over to the combination of the 3 personas, or the regular Scottish Hatter, or just Matt, and we're going to find out about story talk videos and comparative reviews. Thanks, Scotty. As far as story talk videos where I talk about some aspect of storytelling that I find interesting, I usually make those videos as topics occur to me. But if there is a specific storytelling topic that you would like me to discuss or look at more deeply, please leave a suggestion. I might set up the YouTube moderator so you can suggest some of those. And finally, comparative reviews or books versus movies reviews. Obviously, I have a lot planned for the future. Of course, the Alice in Wonderland Books vs. Movies review is coming up soon, followed by the 20th Books vs. Movies review, which I'm not going to tell you what it is because it's a secret. But some other Books vs. Movies reviews that I plan on doing include Coraline, The Neverending Story, Animal Farm, Tuck Everlasting, the Harry Potter series, The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, Peter Pan, Watchmen, Misery, the book I just got finished reading. And that's just to name a few. And now we come to the part of the video where I attempt to make up for the fact that I am missing my deadline for the 31 Reviews in 31 Days project. Now, Alice in Wonderland is a Books vs. Movies review tiebreaker, and generally for the Books vs. Movies review tiebreakers, I try to pick books and movies that are pretty comparable and pretty hard to decide between. So to make up for the fact that I'm missing my deadline, I am going to allow you guys to pick the next tiebreaker. I will provide a list of probably about 5 or 6 book versus movies that I am going to have a hard time deciding between. And then I will allow you to vote on those 5 or 6 reviews, and whichever one comes out on top, that is the next tiebreaker I will do the next time there is a tie between books and movies. I will let you know once that poll is available and where you can go vote and all that sort of thing later. But that's my idea, and that about does it for reviews that I plan on doing in the near future. And until next time, this is Matt Guyon advising you to not keep the extra thing of dipping sauce, because it doesn't matter where you keep it, whether it's pocket or purse or cupboard, it will burst open and create a sticky mess. And no one wants that.